Hello and welcome to this full body yoga flow. This is a mixed level class with fun transitions that'll help you work on your strength and flexibility. When you're ready, you can meet me in child's pose. Take your knees as wide as you'd like, your big toes to touch. Reach your arms in front of you and sit your hips back. Relax your forehead towards the mat. And take the next few moments to settle into your body. Just notice your breath moving in and out. And try to ground yourself in the present moment. On your next inhale, walk your hands over to the left. You can place your right hand on top of your left to deepen the stretch in your right body, or just leave your hands side by side. Inhale to lift up and walk your hands over to the right. Inhale to lift up, walk your hands to center, lift up to find tabletop. Place your hands beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips, and start to shift your hips from side to side, sending your gaze over your shoulder as you move. And begin to move forwards and backwards, letting the movement be as big or small as you'd like. We'll come back to center and move through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhale to round. Tuck your chin and tailbone under and press the mat away. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale to round. Do a few more of these, moving at your own pace. Just letting your spine, your shoulders and hips warm up. And we'll meet back in center, returning to tabletop. On your next inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, lift your hips for downward facing dog. Find any movement that feels good. Pedaling out through your feet, or lifting and lowering your heels. Maybe finding a little movement in your head and neck. And then settle into stillness for one full breath. Ground through your left foot. Inhale to lift your right. Keep your hips in line. Point your toes. Exhale into low lunge. Draw your knee beneath you, stepping in between your hand, and then lower your left knee down. We'll take a couple of breaths here, just breathing into your left hip, letting your body start to loosen. Option to stay here, or you can plant your left hand and on an inhale, reach your right arm up, sending your gaze up as well. Pausing here if you'd like, or you can continue to reach through your right arm, taking it to the back of your left leg and reaching your left arm up and over. Keep your breath deep wherever you are. hold for one more breath. As you exhale, lower your left hand, reach your right arm, coming back into your low lunge twist. Tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee to come into a runner's lunge twist. Exhale, release your right hand inside of your right foot. Pivot your left heel down to come into a lateral lunge. You can keep your hands on the mat for support, or you can take your hands to heart center. You can keep your hips lifted pretty high if you're still feeling a little tight. Just move in a way that feels good to you. On your next inhale, shift through center, bend into your left knee, and straighten your right leg. Inhale to move back to the front of your mat, coming back into a runner's lunge. Left knee is lifted, hands are planted to frame your front foot. On your next exhale, step back into a high plank. Draw your lower belly in and up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale for your back bend, maybe finding baby cobra by just squeezing your shoulder blades. Or you can press through your hands to lift up a little higher. Exhale, downward dog. Take 2 full breaths here. And ground through your right foot. Inhale to lift your left. Point your toes, keep your hips in line. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot in between your hands. Lower your right knee. And take a few breaths to just settle into the pose, letting the right side of your body loosen up. Option to find a twist by planting your right hand, inhaling to reach your left arm up, letting your gaze follow. Maybe pausing here or moving a little deeper by reaching up through your left hand, taking it to the back of your right leg, and reaching your right arm back. Exhale, release your right hand down, reach your left arm back up, tuck the toes of your right foot, and lift your knee. Take 1 breath here. Exhale to lower your left hand inside of your left foot and pivot your right heel down to come into a lateral lunge. Taking your hands and hips wherever they feel comfortable. Inhaling to come through center, moving on to the other side. Inhale through center and come back into a runner's lunge, keeping your right knee lifted and your hands framing your left foot. Exhale, step to plank. Hold for 1 breath. Exhale to lower. Inhale for your back bend, lifting as high as you'd like. Exhale, downward dog. Take 1 full breath. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step, hop, or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach your arms up, lift your gaze. Exhale, mountain pose. Take one full breath here. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Shift your weight into your right foot. Inhale to lift your left. Take 2 breaths, just working on your balance. On your next exhale, step back into Warrior 2. Step your left foot back, letting it land at an angle. And extend your arms over your legs. You can always peek down at your feet. You want your right heel pointing back towards the center of your left arch. Gaze can be over the middle finger of your front hand. And we'll take one more breath here. Inhale, Warrior 1. Keep your feet as they are. Just pivot your torso so your hips are facing the front with your arms reaching. Exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale, Reverse Warrior. Flip your right palm to face up. Reach your right arm back and take your left hand to your left thigh. Keep that same bend in your right knee. Inhale back into Warrior 2. On your next inhale, find triangle pose by straightening your right leg, reaching your right fingertips forward, and then lowering that hand down, maybe to your leg, maybe all the way to the floor. Left arm reaches straight up and your gaze can go up or down. Exhale, revolve triangle. Drop your left hand to where your right hand is and reach your right hand up, letting your gaze follow. You can always soften into your front knee or use a block if you have one by placing it beneath your left hand. On your next exhale, come into a runner's lunge twist by planting your left hand, spinning on the ball of your back foot, and then bending into your right knee. Try to shift your gaze up towards your right hand. Exhale, release your right hand inside of your right foot, coming back into our lateral lunge. If your hands are lifted, release them to the mat. And as you lift through center, come into a wide-legged forward fold. Let your head hang heavy, your neck and shoulders relax, and take one full breath. Then begin to bend into your left knee, coming into a lateral lunge on the other side. Inhale to come through center, returning to your wide-legged forward fold. On your next inhale, take your hands to your hips and slowly rise up, stacking your shoulders above your hips. Draw your heels in so your toes are pointing out at 45 degrees. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale for goddess pose. Bend your knees and cactus your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Press your knees out towards your pinky toes. And come as low as is comfortable. We'll hold for 2 breaths. Inhale to straighten up. Exhale, come back into mountain pose at the top of your mat. We'll take 1 full breath here. Let your shoulders relax and your chin lift. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, palms come to touch. Draw your hands to your heart. Ground through your left foot. Inhale to lift your right. Taking a couple of breaths to just work on your balance. Exhale into warrior 2. Step your right foot back, letting it land at an angle. Extend your arms over your legs. And remember, you can always look down at your feet to make sure you're lined up. Relax your shoulders and breathe deeply. Inhale, warrior 1. Shift your torso to face the front. Reach your arms up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Flip your left palm to face up. Reach your left arm back. Take your right hand to your right thigh. Inhale, warrior 2. And on your next inhale, find triangle pose by straightening your front leg, reaching your left hand forward, and then lowering it down. Your gaze can go up or down. We'll take 1 breath here. Exhale, revolve triangle. Place your right hand where your left hand is, and then reach your left arm up, letting your gaze follow. Remembering you can always bend into your left knee or use a block beneath your right hand. On your next exhale, come into a runner's lunge twist by softening your left knee, planting your right hand, and then pressing your right heel backwards. We'll take 1 full breath here. Release your left hand down to frame your front foot. Step back to high plank. Hold for a breath. And then move through your vinyasa. Exhale to lower. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. On your next exhale, lower your knees down. Take your feet out in front of you and make your way onto your back. Take a moment to just settle into the mat, feeling your body relax. On your next inhale, bend your knees, planting your feet. Cross your right ankle over your left knee and start to rock your legs from side to side. Come back to center and find a figure 4 by lifting your left leg, interlacing your fingers behind your left thigh, and then drawing your left knee a little closer to your body. Exhale to release. Drop your left foot and then drop your right knee over your left. Let both knees fall to the left and extend your right arm straight out from your shoulder with your gaze moving back towards your right hand. Inhale to lift up, uncross your legs, and take one breath to reset. Inhale, cross your left ankle over your right knee and start to rock your legs from side to side. Come back to center. Inhale for figure 4. Lift your right leg, interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, and then gently draw your right knee a little closer to your body. Exhale to drop your right foot, drop your left knee over your right, and let both legs fall to the right. Extend your left arm straight out from your shoulder, moving your gaze towards your left hand. Inhale to lift and extend both legs long on the mat. Take your arms as wide as you'd like. Close your eyes and begin to tune into your breath. Allow all of your energy to settle, taking a few moments in silence to let your practice integrate. On your next inhale, you can gently lift yourself up, making your way into a comfortable seated position. We'll take one deep breath in and a long breath out. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.